Scrapbookers and creative friends. I'm Linda Petuch. I'm a Creative Memories Independent Advisor in Jupiter, Florida. And I recently posted my 2023 calendar album, which has no photographs in it yet. I'm in the process of printing January now. But I wanted to share with you very quickly. I'm going to do a flip through of my 2022 album so you can see how packed your album of memories can be, documenting the entire year for your family. I highly recommend that you do try something like that. I challenge you to make perhaps a calendar album so that you can keep track. It doesn't have to be a 12 by 12. It could be something smaller, but you want to at least have a few photos to document some of the things that happened throughout the year. And the important thing, of course, is writing what happened, because we always think we're going to remember details, but we don't. Sometimes we just don't, because life happens. So I hope you enjoy it. I will try to angle it so that there won't be a glare from the lights, because I do have my page protectors on, and there's also some peekaboo pockets as well. So if you enjoy this, I hope that you will do the same thing for your family. If you have an advisor, please talk to your advisor so you can shop with her and get supplies. If you do not have an advisor, I would love for you to buy from me, to shop with me. And you can also subscribe to my channel, push that little bell so you get a notice the next time that I post a video. Thank you so much for taking time to watch. Enjoy. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I had preset my album with a title page, of course, and then for each month I have a calendar page, a quilt block, that's my decorative creative contribution to each month, and then I have a drop-in pocket, and then an extra page for photos. Sometimes though I did have to add extra. So this was my title page. And then for January, I had pre-written the dates, but you can see I added photos, and if we had other events happen, could add that as well. I do, of course, keep it with a theme. I did not add any, I don't think I added any extra pages yet. However, we have family in Lithuania, in New York, in Florida, in Oregon, and Seattle. So sometimes I have to add extra pages if I'm going to cover family history completely. This is an example of one of the ways that I do that, and that is to add peekaboo pockets. So I can not have to do an entire page, but I can add some more photographs. I use some of the laser cut frames that we had. And when I'm making these albums, very often I try to use my stash so that I can not just keep it. I don't want to be a hoarder. We all have tendencies if we really like something. I want to hang on to it, but I do that. Okay. And you can see I used, I mixed it up. I used different frames sometimes, but I tried to use I would use a collection for that month. That would be my theme, whatever the collection was. This is from National Scrapbook Day. I think 2021, maybe? Maybe 2019. Very fitting. And this is one of the drop-in pockets. Those are great because that way you can see, if I really love the designer paper, you can use both sides of it. So far I haven't added a whole extra page. This is my setup. Calendar page, a quilt block, the back of that quilt block. Oh, but here we go. Easter week. We had Lithuanian and traditional Easter and Passover all combined. So I had to add one of the pocket pages that gets 5 on one side, 5 on the other. I added some strips to try to make it more of a page, look more like a page. And did I add 2? Oh no, and then this is my drop-in, and here we also have another peekaboo pocket. April was a very busy month. We did a lot. In May, here's May. You can see this year, 2022, I decided to use the beautiful recipe templates that Creative Memories has. And because I used those for my theme, and basically used a collection so that I believe this was Botanical Burst. When I have, this was an event at the Kravis Center, a teaching award that I was honored to win in 2013, and we have an annual every year. We're invited back. These were the recipients, former recipients. took a photograph of us all. But you can see, and then that was a nice place to put the program and other information. Use every space I possibly can. So I did have to add a few pages. Here's another one of those 10 pocket pages. And then here's June. See, so, you know, as you go along, you can just add as much or as little. You know, you can use these different size, wonderful, different size pocket pages. Again, here's another 8.5 by 11. This was from the Creative Memories, Creative Minds Conference. That was fabulous. And then in July, this was another one of the recipe templates. And you know, you can use these for photographs as well. I use them specifically for quilt, as a quilt block, we'll call it. It's just like I just love having these creative additions to our album. But then it still leaves me, as you see, lots of room for photographs. A friend's wedding. I was able to fit all of this in just the pages I allotted. One good thing about having just a certain amount of pages already preset is it kind of limits you, because I did end up getting not a very expensive but a nice little Epson photo printer, so I print at home. So then I can limit the number of pictures. I can look at my layout, say, okay, what little pictures could I put here, and then I figure out how many spaces I have for layouts. This was another, is this one pocket page? Oh no, this is the drop-in pocket. Yeah. It's just nice to look back. Oh, Florida, hurricanes. Oh, yeah. This was one of those beautiful laser cut frames. Our daughter-in-law's birthday. This was September. Oh, Queen Elizabeth. The rocket launched, finally the Artemis rocket launched. Not yet, though. Not till November. We were there for every one of the trials, every launch. But, you know, you go to a rocket launch, there's a possibility it will scrub. But I got it all in there, documented. I'm very happy with these because, you know, once I do the layouts and I have it ready, it's just a matter then of sitting down at the end of the month, and then I can print the pictures that I need for the layout, and then I can add my journaling. We had family visiting from Lithuania for their first visit. Love this. And, you know, every now and again I can put in on the other pages that are not just my quilt block, I add some other decorations if I want, embellishments. Creative Memories has them all, or you can make your own. Again, these are the recipe templates I use for the quilt blocks. Beautiful laser cut borders. They just keep getting better and better. This was a page, I did a short video on this. This was one of the Croptoberfest 2022 pages that they offered, and I decided I wanted to back it with different colored paper for leaves, autumn leaves. And then we had 2 Thanksgiving, one for our Lithuanian family earlier in the month of November, and then one on traditional Thanksgiving Day. And I had everyone in the family write something they're grateful for at both Thanksgivings. So now I have a documentation of their handwriting in a very tiny space as well. Artemis launch finally made it. 1:47 a.m. on November 15th, 16th, really, because it was in the morning. And our Thanksgivings, 1 and 2. November got a little thick. And then here's December. This is the same recipe template as the title page. This is called Quilted Knot. It is probably my absolute favorite of all their recipe templates. I just love it. So here's December. There's my crop. I'm at crop in open house. My happy croppers making cards and so forth. Yeah, we have a lot of food at my crops. And here's our family that's not living in the state. Have to get everybody in there. Our daughter came home and were able to be tourists and enjoy all the holiday lights with our son and daughter-in-law who moved back from Lithuania. And we had a lot in December. I knew we would, so I added a few extra pages, but that's very easy to do. And then that's a great place to use these laser cut frames. That's that. And I added a peekaboo pocket here for some of our, because I wasn't going to add a whole other page, so I just put it there, but now my photos are protected. And that's that. Now, the other thing that I do is, since I know I'm going to make these, I have Creative Memories. I do the spine, the embossed spine, so that I have it, and I call them quilted memories because that's I love quilts. I don't sew, so I make paper quilts. And then I have this pre-done. I already have my 2023 is ready as well, and my album is ready. So I hope this inspires you to try it. If you are interested in Creative Memories products and you don't have an advisor, as I said in my intro, I would love for you to shop with me. I will put my link there. I thank you so much for watching. Happy scrapbooking.